Now this is a matchup I'm really interested to see because Enigma, of course, probably going to play Gardevoir, but
Yeah,
mostly
get to really
playing
see what.
playing zoners, and Blastoise is not really a character. We'll see it. That is, you know, known to be fight well against zoners, and I'm going to be joined by Antwerp. So thank you for
that's me.
commentating, Bergie.
See you next time.
Yeah. And I believe I've heard a lot. This matchup is just very painful for Blastoise. So
Yeah,
we'll see how James navigates all these projectiles with such a slow character.
Yeah, look, Gardevoir is known to be like the worst matchup for Empoleon, but Enigma's told me that she finds the Blastoise matchup even easier. So I think that's that says a lot. Oh, but there's another Magical Leaf. She's really like punishing Jamesibell from like 3 years in the future with these frame 40 moves. But Jamesibell getting that critical grab.
We do see the immediate shift into dual phase though, so I wonder if that's kind of a hint to how confident Enigma is in both phases. Not even relying on that field phase to lock Blastoise down.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. It seems like she wants the meter for like that win condition, so she'll shift as many opportunities as she has. Oh, interesting trade. Wow, this rapid spin, this counterattack reversing is just not working out for our toys here.
Oh, no stacks for Enigma though, so James can definitely stay in.
I'm impressed at how effective Enigma is at shutting down that water gun pressure for Blastoise, which is really his like main mid-range pressuring tool. And there's the future sight covering Jamesibell's Lungy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Water gun opens up so much for Blastoise in terms of projectile game, movement, approaching, retreating. But just having fast projectiles to stuff it out really shuts down most of what he wants to do at long range.
Oh, but there's a big Molga call. I think it's going to be interesting to see how Jamesibell finds his way around that water gun being shut down by Enigma so effectively. I think that'll be critical to his winning of this set.
He's really controlling this corner well, which is with feints and the water spouts, taking as much damage for as little PSP as possible.
Yeah, Jamesibell's so good at controlling space, you know, making the most of Blastoise's strength there, which is really just knocking around the opponent like a ragdoll. So much pressure. Jamesibell over all of it, and then grabbing, fearless.
Yeah, we've just seen James bullying everyone with that body slam. It's so hard to deal with the cross up. It's directly above you. It's just that's such a good hitbox.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that backdash. Incredible. Yeah, Enigma knows exactly the spacing she needs. And,
Magical Leaf not quite fast enough.
That's gonna be a big.
And yeah, that bubble is not a high as it looks like, so you definitely can't slide under it.
Yeah. Ooh,
this trade might be useful for Enigma. I'm not sure if she wanted that. But...
I mean, the debuffs are definitely nice, but it put her in such a bad situation that Jamesibell was able to get that critical shift. Ooh, and there's a water spout.
Just right up in her face.
No armor or anything. He's just going for that pressure. It seems like he really wants to confuse her as much as possible. Ooh, and just the tip of that Hydro Pump. Yeah, Jamesibell really,
yeah,
I don't know, it's some interesting mix-ups.
Well, if they don't show they can react to it, it's such a strong tool, like just having a long-range grab. It's such a high damaging grab.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I think one really big benefit of Jamesibell cycling through these, you know, powerful mix-ups, despite them being so slow, is that when there's so many different things you have to consider, it kind of slows the process of reacting to things, because you have to think about so many things at once, you know. So I think Jamesibell cycling through 6X and, you know, Water Pulse and like Water Spout and Water Gun, like it really makes it hard to keep up. Oh, that's a big forward way. Ooh, Enigma opting to stay in field phase. So it seems like she's starting to think that she prefers field phase more than meter.
Yeah, maybe it's just because it's so much harder. Like, there's only one way forward as Blastoise. You can't walk around projectiles or jump over them as easily.
Yeah. But it's definitely interesting to see how quickly Enigma's adapted her game plan to fix up her her losing interactions here. Jamesibell's point blank nonstop. This rapid spin hugging Gardevoir nonstop. Oh, and there's another grab. Blastoise the grappler.
Yeah, it's actually a very high damage grab. It's just he doesn't usually have the tools or movement to set it up often.
Oh, and there's a huge
And catching that backdash with the 6x.
No kill though.
Enigma does have Umbreon now, so can escape from any pressure when she likes. Does take the opportunity then. A bit more chip damage might give James burst, and it does.
But I think
But
Enigma
can he approach?
future sight pressure. Oh, and there's the burst, yeah. It seems like she wants to lower the shield as much as possible to give her an option to really fight back. But it seems like it's Jamesibell's turn now with that burst coming through, going straight through that stored power. Huge punish. I wonder if that was on reaction.
Yeah, it's just a very frustrating game of chicken there. You want to press a button, you want to break that shield, but you gotta be more patient there.
Yeah, and Enigma was throwing everything at the Blastoise to like get him to, let her out of that corner from full screen, but Jamesibell wasn't having any of it. And now there's another shift, but it seems like if Enigma can't push Jamesibell back enough, she'll be back in the corner. Seems to be working out though. Ooh, crazy rapid spin in reaction to the energy ball popping. But Enigma ready with that Umbreon punish.
Yeah, and again, another punish in that rapid spin, but this damage really is inconsequential for a character like Blastoise. He's got an in now and it's gonna hurt.
And there's the water pulse. Yeah, exactly. No, I think it's crazy. This is more just Enigma setting up projectiles and Jamesibell going for the, Australia's best ninja warrior, jumping all of these things with these turtle flips. And now that she's got burst though, Jamesibell just has to hold that R button. Enigma knows that. She's pressing every button that isn't defensive. -8 still going for buttons. Jamesibell's afraid.
Yep, Blastoise just doesn't have anything fast enough even with such a strong advantage.
Yeah. Jamesibell trying to push her out with that 5x, but getting caught by that counterattack, taking the round back for Enigma. It seems like her adaptation from Game 1 is starting to show up, pay off.
Does manage to time. It's kind of tricky at times to actually armor through all those hits, but it's very rewarding once you can, because she does manage to get the phase shift, get the pressure off her, set up all her projectiles, and she's in real comfortable right now. Full meter, full screen, full health bar.
Well, forcing James to use burst, but also getting stopped by energy ball already. Enigma not letting up this pressure at all. She has no reason to slow down. Oh, but Jamesibell
Burst out, waste even more time from the meter.
Oh, the 6x and the
Nearly
grab.
blocks it.
That's critical. Ooh, getting that confirmed. This could be a lot of damage. This is probably the most damage Blastoise can get out of that water pulse, so that's a lot of value. With a rage too.
Yeah, and it does take a lot of that meter away. Enigma was looking very comfortable before, but she has to find a way out of the corner now. Does have the Umbreon if need be, but
Alright,
couple good hits.
Alright, that's probably going to be Umbreon. Yeah.
Yeah. But James is already at 1 health, so it doesn't really accomplish a whole lot.
And there it is.
Does manage to stuff out the approach, though.
Alright, yeah, Enigma's adaptation pulling through. Let's see if Jamesibell can recover. What do you think he needs to, change about his game plan now to actually, turn it back?
I think he's just been a bit reckless with a couple of his approaches, just kind of throwing out those rapid spins.
Yeah.
He does manage to do good work once he's in, but I feel like maybe sometimes he's just not getting enough reward to justify, throwing his body at 10 different projectiles in a row. So,
yeah, right. So maybe a bit more measured to the underdog that Jamesibell has been doing so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I feel like his support helps a lot with that. If he manages to kind of play it a bit slower, use the Emolga to get in instead, he'll be able to tank a few more hits.
Yeah, oh, but it looks like he's going for that unless style. Oh, but Enigma not getting the punish. She's going for a lot of these forward Ys, which I think Jamesibell's trying to catch, and there's the water pulse. So strong. Jamesibell, I like how Jamesibell always opts to go for that water pulse without a full combo, because just like that, he gets a reset, which confirms
Yeah, that
another
was
high
2
damage
hits.
one. So big. But I think Jamesibell also doesn't want to change phase. And there's the Shell Fortress stance X. Catching her out of the air.
So, the exact opposite happened there. James just
Yeah, exactly.
spotted a good find.
In James' brain, he heard Anga wasn't working, he needs more.
Needs bigger, stronger Unga. He has found it.
Ooh, opting to... Ooh, looks like it was trying to bait that Umbreon, but unfortunately not being enough.
It was a good idea, but Umbreon's just so fast.
But taking away
This
that...
could be next hit. Like,
that was an important Moonblast. Does this Emolga pop? No, it doesn't. Emolga attacking from the Z-axis, and then avoiding that energy ball.
yeah, that was an interesting kind of situation. And it means James didn't get knocked down and he has more time to approach. Can he burst through this, or is he too close?
He's really
doesn't want to try.
He's respecting it all. Enigma jumping out.
Pass on block. But Enigma just... That CA is so useful, covers so many avenues.
Yeah, and it's the fastest speed. But that's so unfortunate, that burst exhaust. Oh, wow, and missing that too. Wow, and then Jamesibell catching it. That's so unfortunate. Enigma probably had the game-winning confirm, but then the burst exhaust took that input away from her and made her drop the combo. And Jamesibell getting an opportunity to clutch it out in the end. That must be really shaking her up.
Yeah, Enigma really just doesn't have a good answer to this water pulse pressure. It's hard when you just feel scared, even, you know, a dash and a half lengths away. But you just need to keep cool and stuff it out or react to it. And at the moment, she just doesn't have a good answer.
Yeah,
James abusing that very, very effectively.
I think you also make a really good point about keeping cool. I think after that game, losing to a burst exhaust input drop, that's especially hard, especially in a matchup where you need to be, you know, keeping your cool to react properly to options like rapid spin and stuff. So
that was just a great textbook phase by Enigma, catching every single approach.
So good, opting to shift over and over. Seems like she's got her confidence for the dual phase back.
No more stacks.
Oh, that was an interesting Hydro Pump. But Enigma being the victor in that scramble there. She's just going for every charge projectile she has.
Yeah, it wants to just beat out this rapid spin or this dash or this...
Jamesibell, he's using this Rotom Emolga so interestingly. He's making them jump in the air and then catching them with that gigantic 8-wire.
Especially for Gardevoir's floaty jump, it's just...
It's a very
do avoid the chip, but I'm not sure if it's actually a good position, and that's punishable. Jamesibell's been doing a good job spacing those 6Xs, but that one, not quite spaced well enough.
Using that burst attack to get in. Enigma now feeling the pressure and bursting herself. Using the burst already. It seems like she's really feeling that fear. Jamesibell critical CA.
Oh, in the bubble? Oh. I wanted it.
Yeah.
Alright, but yeah, he scores a knockdown here, and we'll see if he can make this work.
I think so. Going for that 6X. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so much damage. Is that unscaled? Because it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it's single hit into the walls, but it's so strong. It's just, he does such a good job of like fake retreating to make you feel like you're safe and you can start to approach, and then you just get smashed by this massive launcher from full screen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Enigma with a very active defense right now.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
That sucks. That sucks. Wow, actually using the 8Y to avoid a Molgo so that Future Sight can hit Blastoise. I think that's really cool.
No combo opportunity when it hits that high.
Yeah.
And again, another 6x well spaced.
And
It hits the water pulse. This should be it. Oh, the phase shift saves him.
Blastoise having a little
Enigma
bit
needs
too
this
high
round.
energy.
Gets back in with the perfect block. Has full burst now. Enigma needs to find something.
Jamesibell really wants to close this
Singly
out.
walking forward.
Oh, is that it? Oh, she avoids it. She still has burst on deck, but Jamesibell's not afraid anymore. Going for that water pulse. Men, taking it again. Honestly, if I was in Jamesibell's position and I saw that my opponent has not reacted to water pulse once, I would be using it even more so. Like, that was hurts to watch, but I mean, it is what happens.
Gets the job done.
Amazingly played by
granted him
Jamesibell.
a space in grand finals, so well done to James.
Yeah. I think it's super impressive that Jamesibell managed to find the Unga that he needed to come out on top on that infamously hard matchup.
So we'll see if he can continue that kind of momentum into grand finals, but he has an interesting opponent, wouldn't you say so? I think Santa's gone.
Oh no, I'm gonna dip for this next one. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go play.
It's my time. Yeah, he's gonna go play.
I'm gonna go chat. Okay.
Oh boy, that was. If anything, I felt sad that last game because I know I can't react to water pulse.
Well, you should get good.
Bro,
It's like 40 frames.
I know, but it's hard. Listen,
You brag about being able to react to like frame 15 jabs.
That's
Come on,
easy. Frame
That's
like,
easy.
40,
Frame 15 jabs.
That's hard.
Is
That's
easy.
hard. Yeah, those are easy.
The frame 41 super telegraphed grab.
Listen, I see it coming and I don't know what to do.
Just hit a button.
I have to think about my punish. I'm like, damn.